Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we're discussing the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Chronograph. This is a 2021 launch, 42 millimeters in stainless steel. We're into the era of the fully integrated in-house caliber 4404 here, so you can see the aesthetic is of a purebred watch. There's no longer a buried date on the dial. This is still the 42 millimeter Royal Oak Offshore, the original case size from 1993, in steel, 15.3 millimeters thick, 53.7 from lug to lug, and if we include these little intermediate plots, the outer links, the total rigid distance across the wrist is a beefy 58.4 millimeters. These are sizable, but you can see the angled lugs do help to mitigate some of the fit issues. So I could wear this watch on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. I don't believe a smaller wrist could wear it, but I do think that this wears just fine on a wrist of 16 centimeters circumference and up. It even matches my cuff nicely. It'll fit underneath a jacket sleeve, not a tight dress shirt. It's a good looking watch, and you can see down the barrel it does in fact fit. The strap, don't be deceived, it's rubber. It has a textile pattern molded into it. And if we go to the bottom, you can see these latest offshores feature a push-button quick release, so if you want to amend this with an Audemars Piguet leather strap, you can easily do so. And then after pushing the buttons to eject it, it snaps right back in. Audemars Piguet is smart. They realize a quick release from the case doesn't help you strap a swap or swap a strap, unless you can also remove it from the buckle. And so they give you a means to remove it from the buckle. You remove that little lobe, and then you can slide the bar out just like that. So it has both a quick release strap system at the lug and a quick release buckle at the end of the strap. You can see that we have a combination of satin and polish here externally, as well as a little bit of media blast on the bottom. Rolling around, you can see that the case, as ever, features a delicate and handsome hand-laid blend of satin and polish, including these lovely micro bevels on the crown guard structure. We've got polymer shoulders for the chronograph pushes, as well as the hexagonal shoulder of the screw-down crown. 100-meter water resistance. You can see hexagonal steel bolts in the rounded octagonal bezel, that inspired by a vintage diving helmet when Gerald Genta designed the original Royal Oak in 1972. Now, Emmanuel Guet, almost 20 years later, designed the Royal Oak Offshore to be a more modern, larger, more water-resistant 90s take on the Royal Oak. Of course, Genta is reported to have hated it, but the revolutionary always becomes the establishment in time. They are both classics by now. Royal Oak or Royal Oak Offshore, a big part of what you're paying for is this beautiful metalwork. You can also see that the bezel gasket on the Offshore, something that was very quietly expressed on the original Royal Oak, it's a much bigger, more prominent part of the styling of the watch. Again, screw-down crown, 100-meter water resistance, and we have hacking or stop seconds, so you can set your watch precisely to a reference time. And now that we have that new flush date, we also have a quick set mechanism, so you can rapidly cycle the date. And you can see that AP has wisely matched the color of that disc to the dial. Now, taking a look at the rest of the dial, you can see there's a tachometric scale outboard, which can be used with the chronograph to gauge speed, such as a race car over a kilometer. We have white gold AP logo, indices, and hands. They won't oxidize with tarnish. Blue, white, black, orange. It's a very cool color palette with a mega tapisserie dial, the largest hobnail that you'll find on a Royal Oak, and polished chapter rings for each of the sub-registers. You can see there's no shortage of luminescence. Flip it all over. You can see the movement is now much larger, caliber 4404, replacing the previous 3126 movement, which I want to say was only about 26.6 millimeters in diameter. So what's changed? Well, automatic winding. We now have a 70-hour power reserve, a 4 hertz beat rate. We have a column wheel function cycler for crisp action, and then a vertical clutch, so that there's no jump or stagger or extraneous movement when you start up the seconds hand. And that also allows you to run the chronograph full-time without hazard to the watch. There's also a standard flyback function that allows you to reset and restart without first stopping. Now, taking a look at the movement, you can see now 32 millimeters in diameter. It's much bigger than the previous AP base. And although vertical clutches are rarely visible or physically attractive, you can see this one, if you look very carefully, It is actually visible on the reverse of the watch, which is very cool. We've got a large batwing style full balance bridge with a Gyromax style free sprung balance. Those features making for a very shock resistant movement, as this caliber, though used in the standard offshore and code 1159 chronos, or I should say the standard Royal Oak and code 1159 chronos, it was designed with the offshore in mind. You can see 40 jewels, nicely decorated. You can see the column wheel evident right there. And we have a 22-karat rotor that's beautifully decorated with 4 different types of finishing and ceramic ball bearings for greater efficiency of winding. You can see this movement is designed for the case back of a large watch. 32 millimeters in diameter is this caliper. If you love this watch and it's now in-house caliber, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.